Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you're all doing very well. We're outside Stamford Bridge, last fan cam of the day. And yeah, it's a tough result. Karam, listen, I'll start with you, mate. You look a little bit more awake than Fathur. But in fairness, I would have fallen asleep at times as well during that game, so I've got sympathy.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's just disappointing because everyone's blaming Maresca. I understand the subs weren't really ideal, right? After United, I thought he'd change the subs because against United, he obviously made different subs that people didn't like.
Yeah.
And in this game, he sort of did the same thing. I was surprised he took off Neto because that was our pace outlet. And then we end up with Enzo, like the left wing at some points. He was knackered. He's been playing like every minute, so subs were disappointing, but at the same time, the first half, he coached a really good performance, in my opinion. First half, we were really good, right? And we put in a good performance against a decent Brighton side who have been doing well and they've been winning games. And ultimately, the red card changed the whole game. So, again, 2 games in a row, really. So, yeah, a bit disappointing.
What's your reaction to that one, mate?
Honestly, it's been a forgetful September, really. This month has been horrendous. We only picked up 1 win, that was against Lincoln. Even then, that was a barely 2-1 win against Lincoln. But yeah, the alarming signs were there since the Brentford game. Even the Bayern Munich game, okay, we go there, we make mistakes, that's fine. Last week, even the United game, I wasn't feeling nervous at times because that Juju, we haven't won there for about 13 years now. So yeah, really worrying a lot, and we can see a lot of goals this season compared to the first 6 league games last season. Actually, we conceded 1 more than last season. I think we conceded 6 goals or 7 goals in the first 6 league games. So far, we conceded 8. And if you counted that with the Champions League, the Carabao Cup, that's about 12 goals this season in all comps. And it's not even October yet, but we can see 12 goals.
It's not good. It's not good. I mean, what was your take on the sort of defensive frailties? 3 goals is never good. But do you think we would have? Do you think we would have won the game with 11 players?
I think we would have won the game. If we continued the first half, I think we would have won the game, honestly, because I'll be honest, from the lineup, I was thinking Achimpong was going to start the game because we had 2 fit centre-backs. Yeah. If we're not including Hato, we was meant to be left-back cover. We had 2 fit centre-backs, and I thought Achimpong was guaranteed to start. Hato started at centre-back and actually performed really well in the first half.
You were impressed with his performance?
Yeah, definitely. In the first half, I think he did pretty well. I don't think I saw him put much of a foot wrong. Obviously, haven't watched the highlights back or whatever, but from what I saw, I think he did pretty well and better than what I thought he would do. Bear in mind, he's not played that much for us. Achimpong came in, made a couple of mistakes, but obviously we were a man down. I don't blame him. But defensively, there were obviously mistakes there, and there's been mistakes this season, right? Chalobah obviously made part of a mistake for Sanchez's red card against United and then got a red card today. But he could have just let the goal happen. He could have just let the goal happen and then not get sent off. But ultimately, it was Santos who actually started it. I feel like we're going to see a lot of blame going towards Chalobah. He did give the red card. It was silly, but realistically, Santos did put us in that position. Same with Sanchez against United, where he didn't really have much of a choice. Had to think quickly and obviously just took him out. It's not always the guy who gets the red card's complete fault. They obviously made a big mistake, but something leads up to that point.
He shouldn't have been in that position in the first place.
We should have prevented that thing happening in the first place and just have a bit of composure and not be so sloppy. We're playing Brighton, it's a good side. They got energy, a lot of energy, and then we're making sloppy passes, sloppy decisions, sloppy decisions, and then that leads to a big mistake, and then we get a red card, and then the game's basically over. 11 v 10. What can you do? We've not been insane defensively this season, so we can't really trust ourselves to keep a clean sheet with a man down as well. So.
What are you fucking laughing at?
No, there was the Brighton fans just passing by, just giving middle finger, but yeah. But yeah, everything he said is true, but the problem is for me, this is a big problem from the top as well, because when you're the world champion, as I said this many times this season, you're the target on your back. You need to strengthen your team, and that's why I feel like the games today, last week, even the Bayern Munich game, let alone Lincoln game, you need someone with a bit of voice in the back, because you can't keep relying on Reece James. He's not that type of leader. Yes, he's a club captain, but he's not as vocal as as maybe as a previous captain that you wanted, like John Terry and that. Even John Terry was I saw John Terry walking today. Like I'd be if I'm on this position, I'd be fuming to see that goal the way that it came in, because there's lack of communication at the back, and you need someone to kind of like to stabilize things, because it's not even November, it's not even December. We've already conceded double-digit goals. That's 6 more than last season. It's not good enough.
No, it's not. I mean, do we think anything's going to change, or can you see this continuing? And if it's not the manager, which players would you change for Benfica and Liverpool?
I honestly don't know, because it's going to be chopping changes again, and it could be Chalobah as a start as a right centre back. Then you could have Badiashile and Fathur in there, and I honestly don't know, to be honest. And this is why I feel like we have to talk about the directors right now, because they're the ones that should be on the blame. You can blame as much as you want on Maresca, but in reality, no. It's the board. Did you see the quote that Maresca came out the other day before the Lincoln game? Apparently, he was talking about, look at Liverpool right now, where they are. It's a sign to me that he needs to be back. Like he wants this board to back him, to get him more support, the signings or whatever. Because the problem is that I've seen so far from this board is that there's too complacency. That okay, we won the trophy last summer in the summer, well done. But what should we do with that money? We have lots of money in the bank. That's why I was so mad that we spent on the attackers, but forgot that we should spending on the back line, because again, attacks wins you games, defense wins you titles.
I agree. He's spitting straight facts. I think Maresca's going to get a lot of blame from Chelsea fans. When I was sitting in the stands, I'm hearing people shouting, "Oh, Maresca, it's all on you." It's not. It's people higher up, and Maresca can't speak out publicly, I didn't get these signings, because he'll just go. That's how the owners are these days. He'll get sacked. And Maresca, he's proven to be the right man for Chelsea, in my opinion, right? He's done well. First season, won the Conference League we expected, got top 4, and then won Club World Cup. No one expected us to beat PSG, yeah? We need better signings in the summer, people of age, bit of experience. I was surprised we didn't go for Donnarumma when he was getting linked with City, because that would have been a game changer, in my opinion. If we got Donnarumma, 20 mil, 30 mil, I think it was, something like that.
26.
Yeah, so that would have been completely worth it. We weren't willing to pay 20 mil for Mainan, something like that. And then another centre back. We saw Cole get injured and then didn't sign a top centre back. Saw Hincapie, I think, go to Arsenal when they obviously have Gabriel anyway. I don't know how. I don't watch much of Leverkusen, but if Arsenal signing him, I'm sure he's not an awful player. Left-sided as well, could have helped us out, or someone like that. And I just feel like maybe Maresca's been a little bit let down, but at the same time, I think our squad does have quality, definitely has quality, but it's about just refining it and giving them more experience, because we've had Hato start today. Obviously, I think he did well, but he's hardly played for us, and we're playing against Brighton team who've done well this season, and Brighton are known to be difficult for us, especially last season when we lost them twice in a week, I think it was.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should have expected like a tougher game than it was, especially in the second half coming out. We should have known they were going to come out strong and force sort of errors, sloppy mistakes, and they did that well and punished us, to be fair. So.
Hey, listen, big up to both of you. Thanks so much for coming on. Thanks for your patience. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.